Are with Ron and Jeff in the front seat driving and navigating, and Shirley and Sandy, and we are on our way to the Petrified Forest of Mississippi.
Yeah, not Arizona, Mississippi.
Yes.
It is a forest, not a desert.
So we have to make sure that we put the right Petrified Forest in the GPS.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 20 minutes, I think, from our campsite here in Jackson.
30, really.
30 minutes, okay. And we're going to check out the museum. We're going to maybe pan for gems and take the little nature trail into the Petrified Forest. So here we are in downtown Florida. We're looking for the turn for the Petrified Forest. Shirley thinks we missed it. I think we missed it, but we're not in charge, so the boys are in charge.
I just steer the steering wheel.
So according to the
GPS says.
it says this way. So here we go.
Another 1 mile. Turn left.
Okay, next light turn left is what it says. Here we go.
Those lights. Okay.
I'm sure there are multiple ways to get to the Mississippi Petrified Forest. Okay, so now we are on the right road to get us to the Petrified Forest. You can get there from the highway. We missed the turn at the brown Petrified Forest sign. That's the big sign, like a park sign. But we found this road.
Flashing lights and sparklers.
But we were following the GPS. You know, GPS sometimes takes you to places that aren't quite correct. But now we're on the right road. It's only about 1.5 miles from where we turned onto this road, and we will get to the Petrified Forest. There is a fee to go into the Petrified Forest Museum and the trails and everything. It's $6 for seniors and $7 for non-senior people. And you get to see the museum and the visitor center and the trails and a picnic area. And you can also do gem fluming for $5. This is a registered national landmark, the only petrified forest in the eastern United States, 36 million years old. And this is what a piece of petrified wood looks like. It feels like a rock and looks like wood. We left a little gift shop museum area and we're walking out on the trail. This log weighs 1,685 pounds.
Because it's not a log, it's a rock.
942 AD. Identified as a type of sequoia. So this is a very cute little trail they have. You have to be careful to watch for the markers. They give you a little trail guide so you can read what you're seeing. And in the midst of all of this forest, you see some stone that is actually the living logs from 36 million years ago. Pretty interesting place. This is okay, so that looks exactly like a tree.
This log was broken.
After being turned into stone, this log was broken. This is how deep they were buried.
Yeah, they actually got plowed up by tractors. That's how they discovered them. Yeah.
Much damage occurred to exposed petrified logs by thoughtless people before the area became a protected geological wonder in 1963. Any damage or removal is now prohibited. I mean, just walking along this trail, I would never think that that was stone. Number 5. These petrified logs are pieces of one gigantic tree that was broken into a number of segments as it eroded. Those small, flat, grayish-green patches are lichen, an algae and a fungus that live and work together. Lichen produces a very weak acid which can etch and slowly turn rock into soil. Okay, here's number 6. Weathered appearance of this log is evidence of its long, rough, watery journey as driftwood. As you walk by, you are seeing a large trunk section of this huge petrified log. Look back. To see the eyes, nose, and mouth, which earned this log the nickname of frog.
I figured.
It has been calculated this one piece of a petrified log weighs 14,940 pounds. The natural shape and grain of the larger piece of petrified wood indicates it was the trunk area near the once living tree roots. All pieces of petrified wood are in natural positions, just as erosion moved them away from the engulfing sands. These pieces suggest more petrified wood may still lie deeply buried here. So there is the caveman's bench that we sat on and took a cool picture. Amazing that is rock. Number 9, forming natural dens. These hollow petrified logs are all part of one tree. The dens are used by smaller wildlife of the forest, such as raccoons.
So they're like raccoon bomb shelters.
Yeah, that's
That's nice.
Those gonna last, I think.
Look how tall the trees are.
You just hurt yourself.
So I wonder how old these trees, the living trees, are.
Not bad.
Pretty tall, right?
I mean, they're so tall. Can you imagine if you were driving, you were plowing and you said, oh, I got to move this log. And you try to move that log and it was stone?
Yeah, or where she plowed into it and broke your plow.
Yeah.
What's number 11?
Rough external appearance of the petrified logs looks like bark, but these patterns are caused by the effect of rain and wind action.
Oh.
In winter, moisture is sometimes absorbed into tiny surface cracks where it can freeze, causing chipping or flaking. Over time, natural forces will affect the outer layers of all the logs. So we're walking along this trail. This is a very well-marked trail. They have little trail markers and they give you a trail guide when you come in and pay for your admission, and it tells you all about what you're seeing. And sometimes you miss things if you're not really looking for those trail markers because it looks all like a forest and you're really seeing petrified wood in some cases that is millions and millions of years old. It's a very calm little trail and an easy trail, easily accessible for a lot of people. But this red silt formation, as you can see here in the cliffs, is what preserved these trees in the rivers. They were covered quickly and deeply with this red silt, and that's what caused them to petrify and replace the organic material with minerals and turned them into stone. So here you see an example of the Flora oxylon, which is a tree that is extinct that was identified with no living counterparts. It was identified as a petrified tree and named for the town of Flora, which is where the Petrified Forest is located. And now we're coming back to the end of the trail, back to the little museum, and you can go out and mine for gems.